So really quickly, we have it in the off-road suspension right now. Hey Ezra.
How's it going?
Man, this is a rare truck right here, buddy.
Pretty awesome. You'll like this Cowboy Cadillac right here.
Heck yeah, dude. So if somebody wants to buy this, how do they get in touch with you?
So call me at 801-923-8003.
Cool. Let's go ahead and check out the window stickers so you guys can see how expensive this truck is. So here's the window sticker. This is a LongHorn crew cab four-wheel drive. Base price is $76,405. And then here's a short listing of the standard equipment. 392 does come standard on this truck, 33-gallon tank, because it does have the high output engine. And then starting off the options is the towing tech group. Also, this truck does have the trailer tow group. And then bed utility, off-road group, tonneau cover, and this does have the chrome power fold trailer tow mirrors for $795. And then multi-function tailgate, and then Ram tow assist kit. Now destination is $25.95 with a total price of $85,855. And then here are the feeling covers off to the side. Anybody see that warranty coverage there? 10-year, 100,000 mile powertrain. So engine, transmission, drive axles covered for 10 years, 100,000 miles, whichever one comes first. So if you want painted bumpers, I know some people will probably mention, I love the chrome, keep it as is. You have an option for paint, but if you like the chrome, then that comes standard. Now on the HD side of things, you get painted bumpers standard, and then you can upgrade to chrome. So it's pretty funny how they do things. I guess they know their client base to charge more, just saying. Projector headlights, full LED, top and bottom, front parking sensors. Now it is missing something right here, because you guys probably saw level A equipment group was not on this truck. And fender flares here. Also air suspension is here. Now you guys see the tires? These are the Falcon Wild Peaks ATs, and they come a part of that off-road package. 3-peak rated, and if you care to see the tire pressure, there's 275, 55, 20, 6-lug wheels, and these are the same wheels you see on the Limited too. Now, power deployable running boards are still there. I like that. And what do you guys think about these tow mirrors? They're okay. Here's some of your badging, hurricane high output. And then you have these lights here. If you're stationary, you can turn these on. Turn signals are right there. No cameras, but you do have some puddle lights there. Blind spot alert, heated top and bottom mirrors, light here if you're backing up. Smart key systems are part of this truck. Painted door handles, in case you want to see those running boards there. I like how thin they are and there's no chrome on them. Thank you, Ram. You understand your client base for sure. Now you guys see a little bit of protection down there, and for that 33-gallon fuel tank. You have the 5'7" bed. You can get a longer one if you like, and you have air suspension on all 4 corners too. If you get that high output, you do have to burn premium. That's probably the biggest advantage with going with a Hemi. No step on the back here because it's right here, because it has the multifunction tailgate. Full LED tail lights, class 4 hitch, LED lights there, and this truck does have a 392 rear with the locker. There's your spare tire. And if you get the level A equipment group, you would get this a part of that package. This also has the bed lights, 400 watts of power, spray ins on this one here. And then right there, you guys see it has a power sliding glass with defrost, and then incandescent bulbs up there. Now, if you want to lift this up, it's not too heavy. It is assisted, as you guys saw, but if you push this button here, this is like a barn style for the tailgate. And then you can open this side too. And what's nice about this is, let's just say you're hooked up to a trailer. It depends on how far back you can push it. You can like probably open like this much if you need to grab stuff out without having to unhook your trailer. And that's the nice thing about these tailgates. So dual exhausts, and then here's a side view of the truck. So here's that 3-liter inline-6 twin-turbo engine known as the Hurricane, and this is the high output version. So 540 horsepower, 521 pound-feet of torque. All that power goes through a reliable 8-speed known as the 8HP75 built by ZF. That is the most reliable transmission in the segment. I would say Toyota and Ram have the best reliable transmission. So if you're looking for reliability, this is where you look. And I will say, for the most part, I haven't heard of any complaints so far with this inline 6. They're pretty reliable. I know that when they came out in the Jeep, they had some quirks to them, but now, so far, so good. And this one does use a 0W40, which is why I would pick the high output over the standard output, because I use a 0W20. As far as the interior goes, Ram still has one of the best interiors in the segment. I like the bronze that you see around this interior, which gives it its uniqueness, right? You can tell it's a cowboy truck because some of the graphics, you have this real wood, you can feel how porous it is. Honestly, the fabric on this interior looks nice. I like that. It adds a nice accent, and they do follow up with that on the seats. It does save Ram money. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, it does save them money, but it does look nice on this interior. I just wish it wasn't on the seats. That's the only thing. But right here, cowboy for sure. Big badges, tilt headrest, more big badges right there. Limited LongHorn edition. Seat massagers are on this truck, and with the mirrors, check this out. Only truck in the segment where you can actually power the convex. So hopefully you guys see that. We are powering the convex. And that's just nice because if you're towing a trailer and you need it adjusted on that side, you don't need your passenger to try to figure out what you need, because my wife never knows what I need. So, well, and that's not true, she does, but when it comes down to those mirrors, no, she doesn't know what I need. A little bit of leather wrapping here, more of that bronze color, automatic headlights, power pedals. Remember, this truck does not have the level A equipment group, so massage seats are still there. That's nice. Tilt telescoping steering wheel. Let's check out that passenger side. 10-way seats up front, by the way, and I like how big the seat cushions are. Real leather, by the way, so you have to be sure to read this little suggestion for care. And passenger screen, limited LongHorn badge on this side, soft open glove box. They do give you the tire pressure monitoring with those trailering packages there. Now, one thing I like about limited and LongHorn is they do give you these covers. Let me show it to you really quickly. So you have this cover and that cover there. And then it says slide for deeper storage. 115 volt power plug, dual chargers, but this does have the 12-inch display. So that 14.5-inch display is an option on this truck. Very interesting. Now, I will admit, I don't like the lighter color roofs. I just think it takes away from this beautiful interior. And Ford gives you brown everything. I'm just saying, Ram, I'm just saying, you know, just understand that it's a lot of money. But you know what Ford don't give you? Ford don't give you these really nice floor mats like this. Also, Ford don't give you any storage like this. So you can fill these up with ice, put some drinks in there, keep them nice and cold on your trip. Ford don't give you this nice buckle, right? And they don't give you ventilated seats. Also, this center armrest is a lot better in the Ram trucks. Ram is just the killer when it comes down to the interiors. They are the best. Also, Ram is exclusive for having recline second row like that, so you can recline these, all perforated leather. They don't skimp out too on the design back here too. Down here you have this collapsible storage, and look how big that floor surface is. Amazing how big this cab is. If they were to add this cab to the HD segment, oh my gosh, I would probably go back and buy me another Ram HD. I'm just saying, it would be really hard for me now because I spent a lot of money on my GMC, but this truck is super nice. The biggest in this segment. If you have big dogs, they fit perfectly back here. Now, I almost forgot. You guys see on the roof? No twin panel. So there's probably about $6,000 to $7,000 missing on this truck. So this is a $90,000 truck if you get all the options. Also, as I said on the outside, for 86 grand, no 360 camera. So you got to get that level A equipment group, guys. I'm just saying, it's kind of sad because this is a lot of money. You don't have the camera for this rearview mirror, But at the end of the day, some people don't really care because you can get this truck under $80,000. Also, rear lockers right there. This is like your off-road drive mode, I guess you can call it. You have other drive modes over here. Off-road. You have sport. I like the animations that they give you too. It's kind of stuck on that off-road there. When you look at the like RHO, like their drive modes are just a lot better to use. Let's just see real quickly. See, you may not even have off-road pages on this truck simply because this truck does not have that package. Let's see. Oh, no, it does have it. Okay, I was wrong. But yeah, you have this, and they should probably add in here the drive modes because it's just easier to push those. You can control the air suspension. So even without that package, you still have a lot of features, as you guys see. Now up top here, home link is right there. And place for your sunshades. Oh, this is all in black now. That's interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that all in black like that. I have to go back and watch my videos because sometimes they change things and I just can never keep up. It also does show you the altitude in your off-road pages if you plan on towing a trailer. Right here you have up to 4 trailers you can hook up, tire pressure monitoring. Your trailer brake gain can be controlled in here too. What else should I show you guys? There's just so much. Sometimes I try to give you something new every once in a while. You do know that you could add up to 2 phones for your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. So 2 active phones. I think they're the only truck in the segment that does that, by the way, too. Navigation is full screen. This 12-inch is big enough. I think most people aren't going to complain about not having the 14.5, but yeah, the screens are still really big. But overall, I think for the price point of this truck, you can get this truck discounted under 80 grand, right? And this is a lot of truck. Lastly, do you guys see, this is such a cowboy pickup. Such a cowboy. Love that. I've seen this on people's boots before. All right, let's go ahead and see what kind of payload this guy has, because at the end of the day, that's very important too. Gross axle weight rating out front, it's gonna be 3,900 pounds. The rear is 4,100 pounds. And then you guys see gross fuel weight rating is 7,100 pounds. The wheels are 20 by 9 wide. And then all-in payload is 1,118 pounds. Tire pressure is, oh wow, 32 PSI. That looks kind of low. Now, this truck does have a steel hood. I don't know if you saw it on the window sticker, but steel hood does probably take away about 100 pounds of payload. So overall, they should have raised the numbers for these trucks with that steel hood. Now, Ezra and I are going to do a video soon comparing the LongHorn and the Limited. So be sure to subscribe to the channel. I think that if I were in the market, man, this is a really hard truck to beat. You know, Toyota has a 1794, GM has their, which is just the High Country, and then now the Ultimate. And then of course Ford has the King Ranch. I would say the King Ranch is at the top of the list when I'm comparing these two. And I would say I would throw the 1794 Tundra too, because it has ventilated seats in the second row too. So when you really look at the options and the pricing, I think Ram is still the leader, and that 10-year 100,000 mile warranty just really cleans up. See you guys in the next video.